And we found out that, hey guys, so last time we found out that basically everyone knows something about Shou that we don't know, and it has to do with his powers. And we haven't found out what that is yet, but we're on to a new chapter. So, let's see what we have in store for us and resolve. Another day, another class. It's been a week since that day in the park. I haven't really had a chance to talk to Shou at length, aside from sending the occasional silly text to each other. But the more I think about it, the more I wonder why he was in that newbie practical magic class. At first I thought he was just sitting with Takumi or there to watch the demonstration, but after seeing how he reacted afterwards, could it be that something's wrong with him? I really hope not. I'll be really sad. But then, why would Professor Cosmo let me choose him out of everyone else to help me? It just didn't make any sense. I felt like I was missing some big piece of the puzzle, and clearly it wasn't something she wanted to talk about. I make my way into the control and focus class for the second time. There's only a few students inside. Most of them are in little groups, happily chatting away as they wait for the professor to show up. I look around for a place to sit, and my eyes fall onto a familiar face. She was sitting there alone, practically at the other end of the classroom, far away from everyone. He's reading something on his phone with his back almost turned from the door, so he hasn't seen me enter yet. He wasn't here last week. What changed? And why is he all the way in the corner? She definitely isn't a shy type, so it doesn't make much sense to me. I'm torn between going to greet him and sitting somewhere else. What if he wants to be alone? As I finally move to find a seat, Shou looks up. Ori? For a moment, Shou seems lost at seeing me here. Then, like a switch, he suddenly grins at me, waving me over like a madman. Hey, Ori, sit next to me. That was such a change. His enthusiasm is catchy. I offer no objections and sit in the seat beside him. I want to ask him many questions, but the classroom door opens with a bang. The professor strides in, his messy brown hair practically bouncing as he moves. I hear some of the girls next to me start to whisper, and I gather that Professor Arden is quite popular around campus. I decide to shove my questions to the back of my mind and pull my laptop out. I'll finally just ask you about it later. I'll put on my focus to the lessons ahead. Righto, kiddos, time to learn. Today we'll be talking about how to focus your matches so you don't accidentally blow something up. So, I wonder why they don't show Professor Arden. Is he not important to the story? I mean, if you say that he's like a favorite, why wouldn't you say why you wouldn't show him, I guess. That's weird. Today we're talking about how to focus your magic so you don't accidentally blow something up. The professor says this with a laugh, but I notice Shou fidget in his seat. Despite the professor's light tone, Shou seems distraught. Professor Arden grins at the class. Right, so let's get started. The professor launches his lecture and focuses on auras, and all chatter immediately ceases. Completely captivated, everyone hangs on his every word. And yet, I keep staring at Shou. All of his attention seems to be focused solely on Professor Arden. I've never seen him focus so hard before. Inspired by Shou, I turn back to the lecture, determined to learn as much as I can too. The evening breeze blows through my hair, tossing loose strands astray. After a full afternoon of classes together, Shou is walking me home again. He's so quiet today, he's starting to weird me out. I cast a sideways glance at him. Shou has barely spoken a word since we left the classroom together. Only a quick, I'll walk you home. I think he knows what I want to ask, but Shou looks like he needs some time to think. So I just walk quietly by his side, waiting until he's ready to talk. Soon Shou turns to me with a bittersweet smile. Bet you're wondering what I've been doing in remedial classes, especially ones like control and focus. I am a little curious, yes? Shou pauses. For a moment, he looks unsure of how to begin. You picked me to help you, so you should know. When I was little, I was really good at magic. Creating fire was as natural as breathing for me. I was praised all the time. They called me a genius. But I started getting cocky and I don't know what happened. But as I got older, I started having problems getting my powers to work. And then something happened and I lost control completely. I can't even light a damn candle anymore. Either nothing happens or I blow something up. I'm so... He sighs. I signed up for those classes so I can try and learn how to control my powers. So I don't have to feel so helpless. Oh, Shou. We're kind of in the same boat, dude, though. Since we kind of blow things up. This is interesting. Shou. I figured it might have been something like that, but now I know the truth. It's much worse than what I had imagined. Just don't tell him that you think it's much worse than you imagined, because that would probably make him sadder. Also, this music is really pretty. To actually have the power to still have it, but not able to use it while your friends around you do amazing things. Maybe this is presumptuous since I've only had these powers for a few weeks, but I feel the same. I don't want to feel so helpless anymore. I don't want to be afraid of myself or accidentally blowing something up, or worse, someone. I don't know what I'd do if I'd killed someone. So maybe, if you don't mind, we could practice together sometime. Seriously? You'd do that for me? Of course, why wouldn't I? And you'd be helping me too. Sorry, it's just... No one's really taken the time to actually ask me to study together in years. Of course, we can practice together. I might not know how to control my powers, but I do know a lot about the theory of it. So I can finally help you out too. So, are you free now? Do you want to come over? I don't live far. Oh, this is adorable. I'm free, but, I can't figure out how to say it without sounding rude. Could I just go to his place like that? Isn't that kind of... She seems interested even without me outright saying it. Oh, don't worry. Remember Shinji? Super tall guy with purple hair? He's my roommate, so he'll be there too. I can't help but feel a little awkward. He knew. I hope he doesn't think I don't trust him. But, well, I can probably make a run for it if anything happens. Listen, I doubt anything would happen, like, bad with Shou. He's a nice guy. Okay, let's go. With that decision made, we make a slight adjustment to our destination. It doesn't look like Shou lives all that far away from me. I feel a little nervous as we move along in silence. Hey, do you want to stop by the convenience store on the way? We could get some snacks. Oh, sure, good idea. We make our way to the nearest convenience store. When we reach the shop, Shou stops in front of the door. He turns back to look at me. Wait here, I'll run in real fast. Be out in a sec. He runs to the shop and I move away from the door. By the way, I just noticed this is a take on 7-Eleven, but it's just called 11. That's adorable. I settle to wait, but after a few minutes, I start to get an odd feeling and look around. It's then I notice a girl standing on the other side of the road. The setting sun reflects off of something, a vivid blue color, near her hair. I squint and see that she's wearing blue rose-shaped earrings. They're so cute. I wonder where she got them. It's probably rude to just go ask her, though. That's when I realize she seems to be looking at me. She walks out then, and I turn around to face him. I see that he has a couple of bags in each hand. Sorry for the wait. I went kind of crazy with the shopping. No problem. I take 2 bags from him and move to leave. Something wrong? No, it's nothing. I'd look around while we walk, but I don't see the girl at all. It's like she completely vanished. Okay, I mean, we're in a supernatural world now, so I mean, she could have just vanished. But it is weird that she was just staring, like, maybe she knows something that we don't know at the moment. We finally arrive at Shou's apartment building when he starts checking his pockets. Is something wrong? No, maybe. I might not have my keys. Sorry. I'm a little annoyed, but I can tell Shou is more than upset than I. Listen, Ori, you don't need to be annoyed. It's him, not. He might have left his keys, but that's not a big deal. It's true I'm not particularly impressed with his lack of responsibility, but it is kind of cute. Oh, but I think Shinji is home tonight. So we're in luck. Wink. Shou leans forward and knocks on the door. After waiting us out there for a few moments, Shinji opens it. Shou, I swear one of these days I'm gonna super the goddamn keys to your hands so you stop losing them all the damn time. Hey, I seriously thought I had them today. Shinji seems to realize I'm standing there for the first time and his eyes shift to me. Hey Ori, how are you? Hi Shinji, I'm fine. I came to practice with Shou. I mean, we're gonna study magic and practice it. What does she think he meant? What does she think he thought she meant? That's so weird. I'm making an idiot out of myself. This is just so weird. One of the few things I do remember my Shizuka telling me is that I need to be careful of men from a young age. I can practically hear her voice now. If a boy tries anything on you that you don't like and doesn't take no for an answer, then kick them where it hurts and run. Unexpectedly, I find a smile threatening to form, but I manage to keep a straight face and refocus on Shinji. He's looking at me in what appears to be amazement. Oh, okay, wait, really? Is it really that surprising? Well, honestly, yeah, but that's great. Just let me know if you guys need any help. Shinji goes over to the couch and picks up his black acoustic guitar. He would be someone who plays music, because he literally has the look for it. This is, oh my god. I'll be in my room if you need me. And try not to have too much fun. Don't break the bed or anything. Oh my god. Shinji. This is horrible. Shinji, what the hell, man? Well, you're gonna practice, aren't you? Magic, that is. That's hilarious. Would you just get out of here already? Shinji chuckles as he walks into his bedroom and shuts the door. She turns back to me and I can't bring myself to look at him. Maybe it was a bad idea coming here? No. Sorry about that. Shinji's a really nice guy, but even he can he can be kinda an ass sometimes. Let's go. My room's through there. She points at the hallway behind me and moves past me to lead me in. I slowly follow him, my heart beating a little faster. She's nervous. I can't stop my mouth from falling open. How on earth do they afford this? It is a nice, very nice room. He has a little dragon little thing right over here on his little thing. Then he has like it's a picture of a bird, I think. Then a little red man and another picture that I can't see because it's turned. And he has like all the birds. He has a toucan. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe he's into birds. That makes sense though, because he's a phoenix. I hadn't really had time to think about it, but the living room was really nice too. Still, this is beyond extravagant compared to my small apartment. I run around the room surprised how tidy it is. As I should have expected, there are bird pictures everywhere. Overall, the room seems warm and welcoming, a perfect fit for Shou. Shou is at his desk, looking through the books on his shelf. He seems so focused that I don't want to disturb him. I put my bag on the foot of his bed and walk to the large window. It's gorgeous. There's a lovely view of the nearby apartments and lush green area around us. I can even see what must be hundreds of stars. Admiring the view. Shou's soft voice asks behind me. I look at him as he comes to stand next to me. Yeah, I was just surprised that I could see so many stars. Well, it's because we're pretty close to the campus. There's a weather spell around the campus that helps keep the skies clear of light pollution and clouds. That's kind of neat. It goes out for a few kilometers or so from the radius. It goes for a few kilometers or so from the radius of the campus in every direction. It's pretty cool. It is, Shou. It really is. But if you want to know more, Shinji would know better than me. She says this also catched it, but I am in complete disbelief. Really? I mean, wow. Your world is so different. Everyone's so powerful, I feel really insignificant. Don't worry. Hey, it's your world too now. And don't forget that I'm right here for you. Oh. I can't do anything remotely that skilled. Yeah, but we're going to learn, right? I hold my hand out a little awkwardly to frame my words, and Shou gives it a squeeze. Yep, we'll be partners from now on. How exciting and adorable. Yeah, so let's get to studying. I move over to Shou's desk and take a look at all the books he's pulled out. They're all on entry-level magic. I picked them up and noticed that they're still in the shrink wrap. The words on the binding suggest they're for elementary school students. How long have you had these? Not since elementary school, if that's what you're thinking. I bought them last week. After seeing Shinji and Tatsuya's demonstration? Yeah, I saw the way you guys looked at them. And I like how he had to stop, because he's about to say, I see the way you look at them. And I thought that maybe I could do that too. No, I'm sure I can. Then let's get started. I pull out the desk chair for Shou, gently grab his wrist with one hand and quickly pull him to it. What are you doing? There's only one chair, so I'll grab one from the kitchen. I open the book and find out where we need to start. At the beginning is probably good. I'll be right back. Having sat Shou down, I hurry out of the room towards the kitchen, my determination renewed. A long time has passed since we started studying. I began by having Shou tell me about his history with magic and learn that he actually did know a lot. There was just a strange gap between his knowledge and his ability, so even though it must have been frustrating for him, I had him start with the basics and basically teach me as we went. There had definitely been quite a few aha moments for both of us, but no actual magic practice had happened. Do you want to take a break? I stand up and stretch. As I do, I look at my watch and realize it's close to 12 a.m. Oh my gosh, it's this late? But Shou hasn't looked up from the notes I wrote even once. Instead, he mumbles to me, "No, I don't need a break. I think I've almost got this." Got what? I get no answer before I try to stifle a yawn. I lean over and put my hands near the papers he's been reading over and over again to get his attention. Look, Shou, it's been hours, I think. What? Whoa. The paper Shou has been staring so hard at nights, and I practically jump back. Oh god, he set them on fire. Shou stands up so fast he knocks the chair backwards. I watch him in stunned silence as a small fire in the middle of the paper spread ever so slowly to the edges. I did it, Ori. The fire doubles in size with a roar, covering almost the entire desk in flame. Oh god. Shou, the test books. Oh crap, I've got it. She reaches into the flames and my stomach clenches. What are you doing? Stop! But Shou ignores me and grabs the textbook even as they're wrapped in flames. Remember then that he's fireproof, but knowing and seeing are two different things. And anyway, it doesn't look as if everything about him is fireproof. Shou, your clothes. The fire from the textbook is starting to climb up the sleeves of Shou's hoodie. My brain finally kicks in. I dash past Shou towards the door to get Shinji. Hey guys, I'm going to be... Oof. In my rush to get out, I run into him as the door opens. Terrified, I look at Shinji's face, slightly pleading the words I can't manage to get out. Shinji seems to understand what I'm trying to say and looks up. I turn around and see Shou just trying to pat out the fiery test books. He breathes completely oblivious to the fact that his clothes are on fire. Shinji sighs as he sweeps his open hand in front of the area that's on fire and then makes a fist. Just like that, all the fire in the room disappears, leaving only scorch marks. Whew, that was getting totally out of control. Thanks, Shinji. No problem, but was that Ori's first fire? Nope, it was mine. I can't believe I got it. And I was controlling it pretty well too. Well, before I got too excited. Seriously? That's awesome, Shou. Congratulations. I would have had a hard time believing it if I hadn't seen it. And don't worry about losing control. That's pretty normal at first. Maybe I can make something nice for dinner tomorrow to celebrate. Thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Shou runs up to Shinji and practically tackles him in a hug. Shinji gives him a slightly awkward pat on the back, accompanied by the sort of relaxed smile that implies he's used to this. As I stand there and hand on my pounding heart, a realization comes over me. A minute ago, part of the desk was on fire. Shou's clothes were on fire, and a distinct smell of smoke still hangs in the air. Yet these two guys were just standing there smiling and hugging each other like there wasn't a raging fire in the room a second ago. These guys, they look human, but they really are from a totally different kind of world. My hand drops, my body sags as weirdness drags me down. Both men look at me and Shou rushes to my side. Ori, are you okay? Yeah, I'm just really tired. After all that studying excitement, you must be exhausted. Shou, it's really late. Why don't you take her home? Shinji gives me one last smile before turning around and leaving us alone in the room. After a moment, I come to a decision and start talking. I keep my back to Shou because I know if I look at him, he will persuade me otherwise. I'm going to head home now. It's way too late for you to walk me there and back, so... Oh my god. I feel gentle arms wrap around my waist. Oh my, guys, just give me a moment. That's so adorable.
What?
I feel gentle arms wrap around my waist and a warmth at my back. I try to turn around, but Shu's head is leaning on my shoulder. Shou? She doesn't say anything for a moment, just closes his eyes and smiles. This is so sweet. I don't even know what to do right now. I'm not pushing him away. I think I'm just gonna do the relax and let him hug you. This is so adorable. I relax a little in his comforting embrace and lean into him slightly, though I'm not sure what's happening. I feel like I hear him sigh and pull me a little tighter. When Shou speaks, his voice is soft and full of emotion. Thanks, Ori. It feels like I got a little piece of myself back. Aww. Of course. But I didn't do anything. It was all you, Shou. But you did. For 7 years, I haven't been able to control a thing. But since I just want to be a better person around you. He's the cutest. I want to actually be able to help and protect you like I'm supposed to. She pauses and I feel his arms loosening. Cold rushes in his place to replace his warmth, and I realize just how comfortable I was. Anyway, let's go. And no, I'm not letting you walk home by yourself. Especially after you helped me out so much. Come on, Shou. Seriously, it's the... Shou grabs my stuff from me and basically pushes me out of the room. Nope, sorry. Not taking no for an answer on this one. And after a peaceful midnight... Oh, that's so pretty. Look at all the stars, guys. I love stars. I love the galaxy thing, so this is just pretty. After a peaceful midnight walk, we turn onto the street leading to my apartment. Even after all that happened, our conversation has been rather mundane. We usually chat about our next study sessions and how often we'll try to do them. After a little in the conversation, I glance at Shou. I get the feeling he wants to say something. Actually, I've had that feeling since we left his place. As usual, I wait quietly for him to start talking. I'm sorry about hugging you like that earlier. I tend to hug my friends a lot. So I guess that means it's official. You're my new friend. So that was a more than friends hug, but okay. Do you normally let strange girls in? Just friends? I'm glad to hear that. I don't know what to pick. This is so hard. I think I'll do the last one because I don't want to start the just friends thing because that would be weird right now. And I get the strange girls thing is supposed to be funny, but let's do I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that, though I did think maybe we were friends before now. You're probably right. I'm not the best at figuring out my emotions sometimes. In fact, you were the first person who was kind to me since I came back to Japan, so we've been friends for a while in my mind. Thanks. Anytime. We arrive at my apartment and I prepare to say goodbye to Shou. But when I turn around, he's just staring at me. Well, thanks for welcoming Helen, even though it's late. I'm sorry for the trouble. I bow a little, but then I feel a hand on my shoulder. Are you kidding me? I'm the one who wants to thank you. The least I could do is make sure you get home safely. It's my job, you know? He gives me a lopsided grin and I smile back at him. Good night. Sweet dreams. Oh. Shou hands lingers on my shoulder for just a moment before he turns and rounds and walks off. I sit on my bed feeling a little lonely with the absence of energy that is Shou. Back when I came to Japan, I didn't want to deal with the Russian roulette of an assigned roommate, so I went with the single apartment. Shou and Shinji are lucky to have each other. It must be fun having a good roommate like that. Idly, I look out the window where I last saw Shou, almost expecting to see him there. That's when I noticed someone standing there. Oh, shit. It's not good. Alarmed, I duck my head below the window's height, but move closer to get a better look. There's definitely someone standing there. I can't tell if it's a woman or a man, but they seem to be looking towards my window. My heart feels like it's gone perfectly still. My breath stops in my throat. Oh, my phone's going off. Like an engine getting a jump, my heart starts moving again at the sound. My phone continues a melodic onslaught, and being careful to keep my head low, I reach across the bed to pick it up. It's my dad. Oh man. I try to regulate my breathing and take a glance out of the window again, but the figure is gone. Swallowing, I answer the call right before it goes to voicemail. Hello? Hey, sweetie. Sorry to call you so late, but it's about your mother. She called me. I feel like my heart has stopped again, only this time, my entire body is frozen too. I can't even speak. Dad continues, sounding incredibly worn out. Your mother had to leave. She told me her reasons. She asked me if they told anyone, and if I've decided to respect her wishes, but I thought I should update you. I know I must have scared you with my previous texts. I'm sorry for that. I finally managed to force my voice to work. Thanks. That's okay, Dad. I understand. Thanks, sweetie. I'm going to go ahead and let you sleep now. But I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Good night. Good night. I dropped the phone to the bed and stared at nothing for a while. Thoughts of the stranger I saw it gone far from my mind. Mother, I wonder what she told him. What could she have possibly told him? I lie down to try to go to sleep, but I end up continuously sifting through all possibilities in my mind until I feel like I'm going crazy. That's it. I'm done with this. I'll just watch an episode of one of my favorite anime to get my mind off this. That's what I do, Ori. That's what I do. Actually, I'm rewatching Prince of Tennis right now. It's like one of my favorite animes ever. Anime mangas. Really good. Check it out if you've never read or watched. It's a sports anime, which I apparently have like a thing about sports anime now. Like, I just thought it was Prince of Tennis because I used to play tennis when I was younger, but now I'm watching Free, the swim club anime, and then watching Haku, the volleyball one. I'm like, what is this? It's so good. I love it. It's so good. But I haven't watched Kuroko no Basket. I think that's what it's called. It's the basketball one. There's a couple different ones for baseball, and it's just, I don't know. We'll see. I grab my tablet and go to my Tatami Roll anime app. That's like Crunchyroll, but Tatami Roll. Yeah. I tap on one of my favorite magic girl anime, one of my few guilty pleasures and subtle and uncovered. So I find that really ironic that you're watching something about a magical girl when you're now a magical girl. So that's adorable, Ori. You're so cute. After a little while passes in the show, a fight breaks out. Some of the supporting characters perform some really incredible magic. I sigh, not being able to fully enjoy it now that I know how hard magic really is. I wish it were that easy for me and Shou. Finally, the protagonist goes into a lengthy transformation that ends with her in a cute outfit. Is this Sailor Moon? I feel like this is Sailor Moon. It's probably Sailor Moon, right? I love Sailor Moon. I wonder if I could transform like that. The hilarity of the idea. Look how adorable Ori looks when she's laughing. She's so cute. The hilarity of the idea strikes me, and I end up laughing hysterically for the next few minutes. I seriously do wonder if there's anything like that in this supernatural world. I'll definitely have to ask you that on Monday. I end up falling asleep for the end of the episode, though thoroughly exhausted, but generally in a good mood. Oh, we're already on to chapter 4.